Good afternoon, good morning, everybody. This is Professor Ago Abdullahi speaking at the Northern Elders Forum, and his speech and other speeches were analyzed by Dr. Haruna Goroh. Please listen to it.
When you look at it in terms of, do me, I do you. Rub my back and I rub yours. The North has rubbed more backs than his back being rubbed. Obasanjo couldn't get 10,000 votes in front of his house. I sat with him when he declared, and I told him
there was no law that said when a northerner rules, we can't have another president coming again from the north as a successor. It was more of a gentleman agreement. During Obasanjo's regime, his vice president was Yaradua. When Yaradua took over, his vice president was from the south, specifically south-south. That is Jonathan. We know Yaradua of blessed memory died, and he said even when we talk about robbing back, that the north has robbed more back of the southerners than the southerners have robbed the back of the northerners. I don't know how true that is. To me, as a northerner, we've had more northerners rule this nation than we have had southerners. It sounds like Jagaban is not the only kingmaker. Professor Ango Abdullahi has been a kingmaker. Maybe some of us northerners never knew, but he's revealing it now. That means what is he basically saying? That President Obasanjo wouldn't have been president if he did not make it happen. So he was virtually the one that made it. And he said it is the northerners that made it happen. That means the vote of other Nigerians from the south-south, southeast, southwest did not really count. It was northern vote. That sounds like the narrative that is being perpetuated everywhere, where people think if the northern votes, the bloc votes does not come from the north, nobody can make it. And then the rest of the nation is made to look as if they are powerless, they are weak, they are ineffective, their votes don't really count. It's the northern votes that really count. I don't know how true that is, but it looks as if that's the same game that is being played now. Again, he said the northerners brought Jonathan. That means you can never be president unless the northern elders or the northerners make you president. I don't know what part of the north he's talking about, because there are people in the north that don't feel included in all these things he's talking about. Actually, a lot of northerners are marginalized. They are pushed to the background, and it's only a few political elites that decide the fate of the people. I'm really just dumbfounded listening to him, and I'm saying, wait, is this how the power brokers have been? They've been deciding for us. It doesn't matter how you vote, who you vote for, they have already decided in the sitting room who is going to be president. From what Prof just said, for you as a southerner to govern this nation, they have to give it to you. Basically, that's what he's saying. He says the North has made more sacrifices than the rest of the nation, and that the sacrifices have not been appreciated. I believe that Nigerians truly appreciate the sacrifice of every Nigerian, whether you come from the north, south, east, or west, because it takes everybody to build a nation. The building of Nigeria has been the combined effort of all Nigerians, irrespective of religion, tribe, or culture. But Prof is kind of making it look as if without the northerners, there will be no Nigeria. I don't believe that. Prof, I think there you've blown it. Why talk about the interest of the northerners? It should be the Nigerian interest. We are not voting a northern president or a southern president. We are voting for a Nigerian president. So talk to Nigerians. This is what I expect. All this tribalism, sectionalism, talking about our personal interest, the interest of northerners or southerners, does not need to come in. We have had calls by Afenifere, Pende, Middle Belt, and also the Southeast. They are just saying we need to include the Igbos in the governance of this nation. Because we've had all the other major groups, but we have completely sidelined the Southeasterners, the Igbos especially. And this is what the call is from all the other groups, calling on the northern elders to also cooperate and give the Igbos a chance. They are not saying the Constitution says it is now Igbos' turn. They are just saying, since we are one Nigeria, why don't we now accept the Igbos for one? Nigerians, is it too much to ask? I am a northerner from Kaduna State, and I've been calling and calling that we should give Southeasterners a chance. And for once, we've got people Peter Obi with Baba Ahmed. Peter Obi is a person that is credible. He is a person of integrity. Many of the people that have been calling that Obi should be allowed to come in, basically they are not saying let's force Obi on people. They are just encouraging Nigerians to vote correctly and stay away from the politics of money bags, where people are bribed or they are coerced, where they use thugs, political thugs, to force people to vote for a particular candidate, or where the election is rigged as in previous years. So basically, this is where the call is. In this same meeting of the Northern Elders, where Professor Ango was speaking, inside there, the running mate of Peter Obi, Baba Ahmed, he was there listening to everything. But I'm so happy they gave him some time to respond before the meeting closed. And we're going to watch him. This man is very, very intelligent. I love the way he approached them and how he brought out his point. I want you to listen to him.
I respectfully stand on existing protocols recognizing our able convener, chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. When you have to speak in such a condensed manner, it is not out of place to bring in Tawhid to your rescue. There's a certain Tawhid I want to bring in. The North, for what we are, deeply religious. I wish to pose that the majesty of Arshil Azim is beyond that pitiable creature will be in need of help and he doesn't get that help. Who is that pitiable human down here on earth? We cannot manage our affairs in Nigeria. And every 4 years, Allah's Rahama is down here. When we see election, we're talking of Allah's Rahama. If you don't like your situation, change it. Of the matter is that we don't say the truth, we don't like the truth, we don't support the truth. And that is why we are not yet able to touch Allah's Rahmah by getting the right leaders. Nothing is as powerful as an idea whose time has come. That idea now is that Nigerians have more or less resolved to vote in competence you can trust, characters you know, compassion you can feel, capacity that has been proven. Let's meet at the polling units. Thank you so much.
Did you just hear Datti speak? Very, very intelligent.